This is called the flying dog.
The flying dog.
Yeah.
Dog?
Dog, yeah.
Dog. Oh,
the flying dog.
Flying dog.
I have to put these little quips so that I can remember what they are, because there's too much in there to. But anyway, thing is, we went to build an extension on this person's house. An old cottage it was. I won't say where it was, and then just in case. But thing is, he got a little. He got a little terrier that he used to come in. Was always out in the garden, and you couldn't. You went to go through the gates, and it'd be right at yakking its bloody head off. I thought, we don't want to, Anyway, the client came out and he says, "Oh, it's all right. He won't hurt you. He won't hurt you." And he called him back in and put him in the house. So anyway, we went in to start the work. But the second day I went there, and we met the postie outside, and he said, "Are you going in?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, can you take these for me?" I never give it a thought. I said, "Yeah." So I took the letters in, and anyway, it transpires that I went out the gate and come back in, and the dog was out. So he was yak, and I thought, oh, he said he wouldn't. 2 steps in, and he bloody bit my leg. So needless to say, he's only a small dog. He's only like about this big. So the front door was probably from here, not quite as well. Yeah, it'd be about as where that door is down there. So I lifted him right up, and he went as far as that under my boot. And this is timing. This is the minute I done that, the customer came straight out the door. "Don't you bloody kick my dog!" And he was having a good old go at me. And I said, "You told me that bloody dog don't bite." But anyway, that's as far as I got to that. We packed our bags and went. Find somebody else. He wouldn't have it. And then we realised then that the postie wouldn't take the mail in. He wouldn't go in there because they got a reputation for this bloody dog. But I mean, that's my only gentle flying. The other stuff is good.
Gentle
flying. So that dog went from here to there. Quite a distance.
Oh yeah. Well, we had Gary come and help me out. He was doing some plastering, and they had a dog. 2 dogs. One wouldn't bloody shut up, and the other wouldn't say boot or goose. And of course, it was always the little dog that saw the mouth. Yeah. And he said to the customer, he said, "Oh, what should I do about the dogs?" And he said, "Oh, just bring him in when you're finished. They'll come in, just give him a shout." Well, he finished the job, and of course, by the end of it, he rang me up there and said, "I've been running around this bloody field for the last hour trying to chase this dog. I can't get the dog in. What do I do?" And I said, "Well, what did the customer say?" And they said, "Well, if you can't get him in, don't worry." I said, "Well, leave it then." I said, "It won't hurt. Come back in by yourself." Anyway, he did. He left it, and apparently the dog did come in. But yeah, it was just one of them. Yeah. Didn't know what to do. Chasing the dog around the field. I thought, bloody hell, if the neighbours had seen him, they'd wonder what on earth's going on, like. But so there you go.
I feel like I've got to do a dog story.
You got to do a dog story. Got a dog story. Have you got one?
All right. Yeah. So I was installing a boiler in a house once up in Wales. The customers told me, be very careful of this dog. It is a runner, so if you leave the door open, it will
not
start through. No, I did. But so he said, so be very, very careful. Make sure doors are closed after you. Make sure gates, because the dog will run. And it's done it before, and it took us like 2 days to find this dog. So I had this in the back of my head. I'm fitting the boiler. Every time I had to go out to the van, closing doors behind me, closing gates behind me. Customer wasn't at home. They'd been at work. So I was doing this job. And every now and then I'd go have a look to make sure that the dog was still floating around. So I carried on doing the job. Had a little wander around thinking it's been about half hour since I've checked on this dog, so I'm going to go try finding it. So I walked around the house. It's not in the kitchen. Went in the lounge, not in the lounge. I went in every bedroom, and I'm thinking, where's this dog gone? Where's it gone? So I went into full panic mode. I was running around the house. I was running around the garden, front garden, back garden. I could not find this dog. I went out the front gate, run up and down the street trying to find this dog. Could not find this dog anywhere. I spent like a good hour and a half running around trying to find this dog. Got into a right panic thinking, I've lost this dog. I'm going to have to phone the customer and tell them what's happened. So I pulled up my phone. As I pulled up my phone, the customer come walking around the corner with the dog.
With the dog.
So the customer came home early from work, saw that I was working, rather than tipping his head in and go, I'm going to take the dog out for a walk. Just took the dog, went off for a walk for an hour and a half, and left me thinking that I'd lost his dog. So yeah, I spent that long trying to look for the dog. I ended up going back the next day to finish the job off because I spent too long looking for the dog to get it all done in a day.
Which of course you don't get paid for.
No, you don't. No.
Saying that,
I was just happy I didn't lose it.
I got cat one. I had went and looked at a job for a company to a kitchen refurb, and they were massively into cats. Like it was like the cat lady off The Simpsons, basically. It was proper cats everywhere. And I've walked in, and there's a litter box in the corner of the room. I'm no joking you. It was probably the size of a shower tray. It was massive, and it was full of shit basically. So that stunk to start with, and then they're going, oh yeah, talking me for a job, and I'm doing the usual. Oh yes, Mrs. Jones, not Mrs. Jones by the way. Oh yes, Mrs. Jones. You know it's blah 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 blah. Anyway, start looking around as you start sort of paying attention, and then I start to notice that there's bloody cats everywhere. There's cats on top of the cooker. There's cats on the shelves in the kitchen. There's a cupboard with no doors on. The cats are in there. Yeah. I mean, what the bloody hell's going on in here? Like, and then all of a sudden, I'm saying, well, okay, where can we cut the worktops and do that? And if we do the job, she said, oh, just out through the garden. And I said, oh, right, okay. I said, but isn't that lean-to like a cattery type of thing? Oh, yeah. All the cats will live in there. I said, right, okay. She says, but don't letting them out. They're all house cats. Don't let them out. They won't come back in, I went, well, how am I supposed to get out without letting them out? Do you know what I mean? It was like out, but not out. So I was like, I carried on going anyway. And then they said, oh yeah, jump down on the floor and you can look under, and the stop tap's under there. And I looked at the floor and I thought, there's no chance I'm getting down on that. It's covered in crap, it's hair, it's feces, it stinks. And the longer I'm there, I'm going, I don't want this job. It's not for me. And then all of a sudden you hear this, and I'm like, what the bloody hell? I turn around, there's a cat being sick right by my foot, and the bloke's gone, oh, don't worry about that. Grabbed it by the scruff of its neck as it's still going, and it's just gone straight out the door with it. I've just oh God, I don't really want to be here. So I sort of made me excuse anyway. Yes, Mr. Jones, I'll thank you for your time. We won't come back.
You didn't do the I'll price it really, really high to not get it and then win it anyway.
No, I didn't even go to that.
No,
there was no chance, mate.